Hi everyone!
Hey!
Guess who's back?
Me!
It's Elise. So, today I requested her to be in a very special video because I find like she has a lot of expertise in the topic and the subject and that I needed a hand to talk about this. So, today I'm going to film my video about BPD, Borderline Personality Disorder. And as you guys may know, I suffer from this.
I do too.
And she does too. So I was like, well, I don't know very much about it. So I'm gonna bring you. No, but I'm gonna bring her because she can talk more than I do, you know. So you guys always say that I'm funner when she's around. So I mean, she's here to talk about it. So we don't really know what we're gonna talk about. I've gotten a lot of questions on Tumblr and stuff asking like specifically what is BPD, like what exactly does it do, how does it affect people. So I guess that's sort of what we're gonna go over and how it personally affects us.
Yeah, that seems good.
So yeah, basically we pulled up a list of symptoms and we're going to sort of elaborate on our experience on the symptoms and if like we experienced them and stuff. The thing with BPD is that like not everyone has the same symptoms, so if you guys have BPD and don't agree with whatever we say, like, cool.
It's kind of like eating disorders, not like, it's like,
they're not all the same.
There's an eating disorder, but like no eating disorder is the same, so it's pretty much
the same idea. Okay. So the first symptom, a major characteristic of BPD is a fear of abandonment. So this involves like being afraid of being left by your boyfriend, your parents, your therapist, your friends.
Pretty much everyone in your life.
This is definitely something that we both suffer from.
Yes.
Extravagantly.
Yeah.
I definitely suffer from it with my boyfriend. Experience it with my boyfriend.
Yeah. Friends
like,
too.
Yeah.
Remember like TBT to that time where like you were like, oh, you're abandoning me.
Yeah.
Because I had like another friend, but like.
True.
It was really easy to. It wasn't like a jealousy thing. It was more like a
fear
that I was gonna leave her and be with this other friend more or it does happen a lot.
So yeah, like I just need to be reassured like all the time that someone's there for me. Like my boyfriend literally like he needs to tell me every day that he's like alive and there or something, or else I'll like be fearing that he's like run away or that he's never gonna talk to me again. Because like honestly that's what runs through my mind. Like he won't text me for like 2 hours and I'll be like freaking out. I'll be like, oh my gosh, he hates me. So like definitely a big fear of abandonment. Tell me about your experience.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a boyfriend, so like, but I can imagine myself living through that too with my boyfriend, but I don't have one right now. I would say I experience that specific fear with my therapist or with some friends pretty much, because I spend a lot of time like with friends making sure that they're like my friends, and that's mainly why I think I have like these like phases, is that what you say? Like with specific friends, like I would spend a lot of time with one friend and then like a lot of time with another friend, and it was like because I want to be sure that they know that I'm their friend, and I want to be sure that they're gonna stay and like make sure that that relation is stable so I can move on to someone else. But I would go with that, and with my therapist it's pretty much also something I experience. And then
sort of like to go with what you were just saying about the phases with friends.
Yeah.
Another symptom is a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships, which means that we often switch from friends to another. So like you'll have periods where you talk to one friend a lot and then you won't talk to the other for a lot, and then like it'll just become like a whole thing. Which is one thing that I'm surprised about, that I'm still with my boyfriend, because that's surprising. I have a past of just like switching friends all the time. So
except with me.
Yeah. But even then, there's like periods where like I just won't talk to one person. Yeah. And then I don't know. So
yeah, no, it's true.
But I don't really have that much of a problem with like relationships and stuff because I don't have friends in the first place.
Yeah, I talked about that with my therapist, and I was like, it was something that would scare me a lot to be like that kind of friend who just like talks to you, stops talking to you. But it seems like, well, she said that I have pretty stable relationships. Like I don't have a lot of friends, and my friends stay my friends for like a long time, which I think is pretty important, and I think it's pretty okay.
Another thing is identity disturbance, such as persistent unstable self-image or sense of self, which is pretty obvious with an eating disorder. Yeah, we just like zero self-confidence.
Yeah,
me. So
big fat zero.
Yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of people apparently that have eating disorders are diagnosed with BPD, so it's like really common to have a combination of
have
both.
like traits.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people suffer from BPD.
Yeah, but don't get actually diagnosed.
But like, yeah, no,
or like
exactly.
get treatment for it specifically. Yeah, because like treatment for BPD is kind of very specific. You have to get DPD, which is basically dialectical behavioral therapy.
DBT.
And, yeah, that's what
And you said DBD like kind of like really
Oh.
fast. DBT.
Okay, yeah, DBT, which is what I'm going to be getting, but like not a lot of people have access to that treatment because it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's really proven to work. So, not a lot of people get like diagnosed and get treated for BPD, but a lot of people have traits.
Yeah.
So yeah. Impulsivity.
Whoa.
In areas that are potentially self-damaging, such as spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating. Yeah.
Well, we could obviously say self-damaging.
Yeah,
like
eating disorder.
Yeah, well, eating disorder and self-harm.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like we both have that, and we are really impulsive on our self-harm and our like. Yeah,
I'll do some really stupid things.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
I'll do some really stupid things.
Yeah.
Like I won't even think about it, and I'll
No.
be like, shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like. Yeah. I'll
Or
talk
that
about
time I like this summer when I
Yeah.
chug a bottle of pills.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Remember that?
Yeah. Mhm.
I was pretty impulsive. Like impulsivity is a big.
Yeah, impulsivity
thing.
to the point where like you could be totally okay, and then like 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Pretty much.
Next is reoccurrent suicidal behavior, gestures or threats of self-mutilating behavior.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me something of you.
That's so me.
I would say that's more you than me.
Mhm.
A lot.
Mhm.
Which doesn't mean anything. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just like it shows that they're like different from
Yeah.
person to person.
because I don't have that. Well, I don't think I have that a lot. Like
Mhm.
I will do this if, or like I don't think
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, like yeah, like I've been so suicidal to like the point where people are just like go to the hospital. Like it's just that it's very impulsive the way that I'll think. Like
Yeah.
I could be like I'm gonna die, and I'm actually gonna die. Like I'm actually gonna think about doing it. So it's like it's really vivid. It's not just like a passing thought. I guess that's what they mean by like reoccurrent suicidal behavior. And me self-harm, like if I self-harm, it's bad self-harm. Like it's not just like a cut. It's like a lot. So yeah, that's something I definitely struggle with. Another thing is emotional instability. Due to reactivity of moods, like intense feelings, emotions, being irritable or anxious.
What did I say to you earlier?
Lasting a
today?
few hours and only rarely more than a few days. So
Oh,
like
yes.
basically that's us.
Yeah.
Which is something that you really see when you start eating again after your eating disorder. If you suffer from BPD, is that your emotions come back and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is something that we're both going through right now.
Yes.
Emotions are all over the place, and
It's pretty insane and intense.
Mhm.
Like no rest about it. Like it's
Mhm.
just always all the times, 24 hours, 7
it's like
days a week. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it will pass eventually. Like
Yeah.
it won't always be like this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't want to discourage you.
No.
Chronic feelings of emptiness. Do you have that?
yeah, I do.
Okay. Because I definitely do.
I have that a lot.
The reason why I self-harm.
Yeah, that's what I was
is
gonna say. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like because of that, or because I feel like a too many emotions at
Yeah.
the same time. I just don't know what to do. So like
Yeah,
I'm just
helpless.
gonna yeah, pretty much. But feelings of
Okay.
emptiness, yes, I do have that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really.
It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm feeling empty, sort of like you just feel like you have no purpose.
yeah. pretty
Like,
much.
not exactly depressed, more like you just. Like, there's a difference. I feel like you could feel depressed or you could be depression. And I feel like when you're empty, you are depression. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, you just are like that. Like, there's no trigger as to why you're feeling like that. It just, you are. So that's how I explain, like, chronic feelings of emptiness. Inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. Talk about that.
It makes me laugh so much because like it describes like our lives perfectly and on so many levels. For anger, I would say it's really like right now because I'm eating a lot more. I wouldn't say I'm the one who's really easily mad at people. Like it takes a lot for me to be mad at you,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But right now, it's really something I struggle with because I am way too sensitive, and I just can't. I take everything
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't even joke with me, and that's a big problem with me because I'm always like laughing about everything, but I take everything too seriously too, and it's just like I get really angry, but for no reason. I'm just looking for a reason to be angry or someone to be angry too. Like it's just not being angry a lot. I have that. Maybe with my therapist or my friends or like my dad or whatever. It's just really not comfortable.
Me, like with anger, I don't get angry that often, but when I get angry, everyone knows that I'm angry.
Yeah.
like it's like I'll be really angry. So I guess I have trouble like controlling that because I'm not able to express that I'm angry, and then I like keep it in and stuff. So I have like a lot of trouble expressing anger. I have a trouble identifying anger. Like I'll say like I'm not feeling well. Yeah. It's either like, but I'm not feeling well. It can mean so many different things. Like I don't know. It's more than just angry. Like you could be sad, you could be mad, or whatever. But like I'm just not well. So I have trouble saying that, but like often it's anger.
I often say I'm angry, but it means so many other things. Like it's really not. It's not specific at all. Like I can be angry and not know why, or just like. But it doesn't last very long, though. It's like a couple of hours, and after that, it's just okay. Well, move on.
Okay, and then the last thing that they have on this website is stress-related paranoid thoughts or severe dissociative symptoms. I never talked about dissociation on my channel, but have you ever had that?
Well, I don't know.
Like, you know, like, I know specifically that, like, my therapist has, like, told me that I have, like, dissociative disorder stuff, because ever since, like, I was 13, I remember the first time I had an episode of, like, dissociation was, like, on Halloween night. I remember vividly, on Halloween night when I was, like, 13 or 12 at the time. I think I was 12. And, like, I just had this moment where I felt like I wasn't even alive anymore, like, I wasn't in my body. That's how I describe it. Like, I'll have moments still, like, now, in the past, like, maybe super scared, like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm dying and shit like that. Like, I'd be, like, having a panic attack when I was, like, 12. And then, like, but then, now, like, I've learned to control it. Like, I know that when it happens, it's because, like, my body goes into, like, survival mode, and it's, like, freaking out. It's, like, a form of anxiety, or, like, it's a symptom of anxiety. So basically, like, yeah, I have that pretty often, where I'll just, like, it's, like, sort of a way to protect yourself. It's, like, you just sort of, like, change mind. It just happens that, like, I'll feel, like, sort of, like, dead. That's how I explain it. Like, I'm dead. Like, I'm not in my body. Like, I'm watching a dream go by. That's sort of how I explain dissociation. Have you ever had that?
Well, I don't think so, because I think that if I did have it, I would go,
you would
you would definitely
know. Because, like, me, when it first happened, I was so scared. Like, the first, like,
I don't think it happened.
Like, until recently, I've been scared. Like, until recently, I've understood, like, what it is. But, like, before that, I was, like, super scared. I was, like, I'm just dying. Like, I'm crazy. I didn't want to talk about it to anyone because I was, like, people are going to think I'm nuts. Like, but then I realized, like, I was sort of crazy because I couldn't in the mental hospital. Like, so I am crazy. So I'm not scared to talk about it. But, like, before, I, like, never wanted to talk about it because I was, like, this is just insane. But, yeah.
Yeah, I never experienced that.
Okay. Lucky you, because
I don't think so. Well, if I do one day, I know who to talk to. I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I don't know. I never spoke about it to anyone. I was like, people are gonna think I'm crazy. Like, if I tell my friends, they're gonna be like, "Wow, you're like high or something," which could be possible, but like.
No, but I can perfectly imagine what you mean.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. It's like when you're dreaming.
Like I feel like it's more like you know, like a reality TV show. Like kind of like you're watching yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, those are the symptoms of BPD that we found on this website. That's mostly like the things that I know about.
Yeah. The thing is with BPD, you have to remember that there's like this. I'll talk about our psychiatrist, because we have the same psychiatrist now, me and Val. But there's like this spectrum where there's like no BPD at all and like super full blown BPD, and nobody doesn't have like any symptoms of BPD. Like everybody has them. It's just like someone who suffers a lot from BPD.
Like everyone's scared of being abandoned, but like to a certain extent.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it goes to like BPD. It's just like after that, it's just really too intense. But yeah, I wouldn't consider myself as a full blown BPD at all, because I know that. I mean, my therapist says I've gotten better. Seems like it. But I wouldn't consider myself a full-blown BPD because there's certain things I don't have, like for example the
dissociation.
Yeah, or some things bother me more than others, or like I wouldn't consider myself as a full-blown BPD. I've heard that people with BPD like to fuck up other relationships.
Like sort of crazy.
Not necessarily like romantic relationships, but like with friends, for example. Like for example, we have Alexandre. We'll talk about Alexandre because you know her. She's like the first girl who came to, and I would suffer a lot from BPD, and I would talk to you badly, like I would talk to you about Alexandre, but in a bad way, and I would talk to Alexandre about you, but in a bad way too, and then we would just like fight. Like I would like
this doesn't actually happen though.
No, at all. But like I would enjoy that, you know. Yeah. Like I would do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't know that.
Well, that's what my therapist said.
Oh.
So I was like, oh okay, because she was like, well, you don't do that, so that means you're not like a full blown BPD. I'm like, thanks for reassuring me.
I've done that before. But I can think of a moment. I'll tell you about it later. Okay. A pivot moment, but yeah.
No, yeah, it seems like it. I don't know. I don't know if it's like 100% true, but I've heard about it.
Well, yeah, I have BPD. I'm getting treatment for it.
Yeah, Val's getting treatment. She's just started treatment. She's gonna go like in groups and stuff, and she's gonna talk about it to me because I'm not getting
baby.
Like I'm because I'm not getting treatment for BPD, and I probably won't ever get treatment for BPD. Yeah, I don't want to explain that. I don't think it's like we shouldn't. Anyway,
yeah, see me at the Douglas. I'll say hi.
Yeah,
the chick who doesn't talk
if some of you go to like the Douglas, just
comment down below.
Yeah, say hi. Comment.
The Douglas fam.
Yeah. Every Douglas patient is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I'll soon be finishing at the eating disorder, so if you want to check me out there, you better hurry up.
Yeah.
Leave a comment because I'll be leaving soon. You can find me at the BPD clinic.
Yeah. We'll give the number too.
Yeah.
If you want.
The address. Okay, I think we should go now.
Yeah, we have to go eat dinner. It's getting pretty late.
Rachel sent me a snap. Rachel, my friend in California.
Oh.
Let's see what she
Let's say hi. Do a video.
Save me from oceanography.
What the fuck is that?
It's a class.
Let's say good luck, Rachel. Oh, I thought you wanted to make a video. Oh, my bad.
Wait.
Okay, good. Hi, Rachel. Shout out.
Shout out to
you. Well, always comment.
Wait, I'll send you a snap
stuff.
of our vid.
Like, yay. You're gonna be in our next video.
You just made an appearance.
Can't wait to meet you.
Appearance. I can't spell.
No, I said I can't wait to meet you, Rachel, because she always says like,
oh, look at a weirdo with my text.
I wish I'll meet you one day. Like,
yeah.
I wish I'd see you one day.
Let's go to California. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, bye guys.
Yeah. Bye. See you next time on another episode of Valerie and Elise.